It's a beautiful evening here at Northmor High School for the Northmor Cross Country Invitational. Josh Banks alongside the man flying the drone tonight, BS Media founder Brian Skoronsky. 17 teams here at Northmor tonight, the first big meet of the year, and it's going to be really interesting to see how a lot of these teams bounce back from graduating a whole bunch of seniors last year, as Mount Gilead, the defending champs, aren't the favorites here tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah, the boys are going to run first, and then we'll have the ladies coming up next. Northmor, the defending champs, held serve right here at home, so I think that's going to be really fun to see. Can they get it done again here tonight? 2 years in a row here at the Castle. Always cool to participate, compete here on your home surface, and especially a lot of league opponents for Northmor here in the field tonight. Yeah,
I want to say almost the entire KMAC here in the field. A couple N10 schools, a couple MOAC schools, a very broad range of students. As you see the takeoff on the drone, it's a beautiful night. They're going to run 2 laps around the practice football field before they make their way into the woods. And then as they come out of the woods, we'll have a shot for you of them running out. Again, 17 different teams here today. Let's go ahead and go over that list of teams with everybody. Northmor, Cardington, Lincoln, Centerburg, East Knox, Fredericktown, Mount Gilead, Lucas, Bucyrus, Buckeye Central, Mansfield Christian, Ridgedale, Elgin, Pleasant, Clear Fork, Buckeye Central, Danville, Loudonville. All the schools competing here today in the first big cross-country invitational of the year. And on the boys' side of things, Northmor, your defending champs, and probably your favorites to go ahead and win the invitational title again this year. Mount Gilead, a really close second behind them, though. It's all about the pack and where the runners come in together at, not as much as where they finish individually in cross-country.
And trying to take a look up here at the front of the pack to see who is leading the charge early on. The last couple of years, Mount Gilead, so many really dominant, prominent runners, and quite frankly, I mean, they've dominated the area in small school cross country. They've got some kids back this year, and potentially could have a couple up here at the front.
Just say it looks like there's a couple Mount Gilead runners in the front. It's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back. They graduated a lot of good runners from last year's squad. As some of their key returners this year. Of course, Owen Hirschner, their big guy from last year, graduates. They return back 5 different runners to this year's squad, and again, if they can finish together, team points is where they take home potentially that title as the runners prepare to head into the woods. And from there, we won't know anything until they come out about 200 feet or 200 yards before the finish line.
Yeah, talking to cross-country runners, this is one of their favorite parts of any course, when you're not exposed to all the fanfare, and you can, I don't want to say get a little bit gritty, but perhaps that's exactly what it is in there, Josh.
A little nudge here and there trying to get past somebody. Hey, nobody knows what happens once you enter those woods.
Yeah, nobody talks about it either. We try to get these kids on record oftentimes, hey, what really took place in there during the race, and it's just an unspoken rule of cross-country that what happens in the woods, it tends to stay there, and that's probably how it's going to be within this race as well. But you're absolutely right. Whoever emerges from the pack and comes out of the forest up near the front likely is going to finish in first place.
Yeah.
Even though still a long way to go. They don't even have the clock running here, I just noticed. It's still sitting on 0, so we're not quite sure exactly where we're at in terms of time for the race. Probably only 4 minutes in.
I was going to say, I'd say about 4 minutes. I'm actually going to go ahead and start a clock of our own. I know it won't be exact.
But to your point, just a really beautiful night here in Mount Gilead, in North Bloomfield Township, where Mount Gilead is the defending champions.
It's exciting. I mean, football's back, volleyball's back, cross country officially back today. And this is my first time, Brian, ever at a cross country event. And holy cow, do they show out and bring so many things with them. I mean, every team has a tent, coolers, anything you could need you have for these cross-country runners. And the fan support for a cross-country event, I don't know if as a parent of a student athlete I could come watch a cross-country event, but you got parents, grandparents. I mean, it's astonishing to see the amount of show out for a cross-country event.
And the crazy thing about it is, as you're seeing with this high altitude distance and all the people flocking around the course, is that you've got to be in pretty good shape too to be a parent, to your point, if you're going to be a cross-country parent, because there's no good way to take it in from any 1, 2, or maybe even 3 spots. You got to get in your cardio out here, as you and Presley have as well, cooking around the course to set up the cameras. Yeah,
I tell you what, we were finished to start. I mean, we obviously didn't go through the woods. I honestly thought about walking the entire course to see what these runners were going to deal with. Didn't quite have time to do so when we got here today. But it's so cool to see the different terrain that they run on. You know, you're going from a flat ground over there at the practice football field to the wooded area where you're going to have the hills. You're going to have things like that. And when they get to, you know, I know we're first match of the season, but you get to Obetz where they have state. That's one of the hills, the rockiest courses in the state that they have to run on. So it's just so cool to see the different environment that they have to run in versus a track you run on a flat surface all the way around.
So you see some of the coaches making their way over. This is the edge of the forest that you're taking a look at right now.
Yeah, walking all the way down are some of the coaches. My guess is there's a peak spot down there on the end of the football field that they can see kind of where their runners are at or what's going on.
And back over in Tent Village, everyone just anticipating what's always a fun finish here when they do emerge, and looks like we have some runners starting to come out of the woods. So up near the lead of the pack, we have one that's up ahead of the rest. This is second place that you're looking at right down here, and then a big pack of kids right there.
Yeah, about 4 kids there behind that second place. Looks like a very wide margin between second place, and then you had about 4 kids there, a couple more behind them, and then a wide margin of gap between the rest of the crowd.
Follow along with these runners through their journey as they're going to loop back around here.
Loop back around that edge, and then they'll go back into the woods after they loop around there before they come out right here by us.
From high up above, the messages that are written on the course for these athletes, so that they understand exactly where to go.
Yeah, exactly where to go. And even as you come out of the woods, when you come around the bend right here by the finish line, they've got 100 to go. So you've got 100 yards to go as you turn this corner. They write on all of these areas for these athletes to know. Because, I mean, listen, I'm not in the best shape of my life, but even when I was, running cross country would not have been a choice of mine. Running 3, 4, 5 miles at a time, it takes a special person to be able to do something like that.
To do it at the pace that these youngsters do.
17-ish minutes sometimes less than that when you get to the state level.
So to maintain a mile where you're running it at about 6 minutes 3 times in a row, that's the standard up near the front of the pack. Very impressive stuff from many of these male athletes who make their way down here through this forest area along the path. We're probably
4.5 minutes in on my watch, so about 8 minutes in, I would say. We're about halfway through. For a top-tier cross-country athlete, at about 16 minutes would be an expectation. I would expect to see the first guy come out of the woods maybe at that 13, 14, 15-minute mark, finish right around 16.5, maybe 17, and then we'll see a lot of others come in that 18, 19, 20 range. Is when I think we'll see majority of the pack start to come out of the woods and finish right here in front of us. 8:53 is where we're at. Almost 9 minutes as they have the clock up and running now. Just hit the 9-minute mark.
So to Josh's point, probably about halfway through this competition here for some of the elite runners. Some big cheers going on.
Yeah, we hear the big cheers coming out from the woods. That's your coaches. And again, coaches being back there cheering their runners on. They're back there telling them where they're out in the pack. Things along those lines. Hear crowd clapping. I mean, just the environment again. You're out here, you're in the open, you're with your friends, you're running with your friends, your coaches are right by your side telling you what you're doing, making sure you have water. Trainers are normally with the runners at certain spots to make sure they stay hydrated, make sure they have water. It's a special event. Again, my first time out here being a part of one. I'm really glad you asked me out because this is absolutely amazing. As they're going to come around the loop again. Lots of fans over there where Mr. Presley is at.
The Prestonator, as our guy Chris Bliley has nicknamed him.
Okay.
Talking to me last night, referred to him as that over and over again, so I think it's just going to have to stick.
I mean, I think everybody in the OH report in some way, shape, or form has their own name that everybody calls them.
Don't tell me what mine is when I'm not around, Josh. I don't think I could take it.
I think you know what yours is because everybody calls you it. I'm just saying. Now, the only one that has, I think, more than one is Travis.
Oh, infinite amounts.
It's an unlimited amount of nicknames for Travis Berardi. Well deserved, though. No questions asked.
Yeah, Big Mac definitely is my favorite.
That's a new one that I heard when we had the grand opening, and I heard you mention that one.
Travis will be hosting the OH Report video podcast. It's back after a several-month hiatus. We'll have the top plays of the week, your Friday night phenoms. And I'm actually not 100% sure exactly what Travis Hall has in store. I believe Andy Jardy is going to join the show tonight.
Well, I mean, we got to have Jardy on something since he's not on Pigskin with us anymore. They got a special, I think, whole setup for him tonight, just like we used to have on Friday Night Pigskin with the Jardy party. So it should be a lot of fun. But the podcast is back. Coach's Corner comes back on Wednesday. And again, cross-country meet here tonight. We're back to nonstop sports on the OH Report.
As it should be, your home of live and free, the future of local sports. Trying to bring you the full variety pack.
12 minutes in for the male runners.
I think that's
Hear the cowbells. That's a big pack running together right there. As they come around getting ready to re-enter that backside of the woods right there.
I think, Josh, I might have to go land the drone here. Running a little low on battery.
Charge her up a little bit and get her back in the sky.
So we're going to flip over to Presley on the turn camera. And I'll be back with more with the drone soon.
$14 minutes in. We should see runners start coming out of there here in the next 2.5 minutes. Again, several teams here this afternoon. And it's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon for it. We couldn't ask for a better night for the first track meet. You hear all the crowds cheering. Mr. Kronski forgets his battery for his drone. He's going to walk back over here, grab it. Now he's going to take off to go land that thing. Get her back up in the sky as soon as we can. And the plan is, folks, once we start seeing some finishers, we'll have some kids come on, talk about the meet. We'll have some coaches get on, talk about how they did, how their runners did. It's going to be a lot of fun here from this first cross-country meet of the year. And, again, a lot of really, really good teams here showing out this evening. 14 minutes into this one. And really, again, we'll talk about the teams, but again, your favorite, obviously your defending boys champs of the Northmor Invite is Northmor Golden Knights. Close second, Mount Gilead, right around that third range. Another team to watch, the Freddies out of Fredericktown. You've got Cardington. Lincoln can be very dangerous if their lead runners can establish themselves early. If their lead runners can establish early and they can stay in a pact, then they can be dangerous as well. And then let's not forget Lucas. Let's not forget these other small schools that are known for distance runners. I mean, Lucas has a decathlon in their group, Shelby Grover, who was at Kent State. She was a phenomenal runner for them. They always have distance runners coming from the Cubs. As you see the crowd surrounding the exit area of where they will pour out here, I would say in the next 2 minutes, we'll start to see runners come out of that area. As we hear them cheering, you see more runners kind of making that turn right there on the backside, heading into the woods for the third time before they come to the finish line. Clock just went from 14 minutes to 19 minutes. 1993 is where we're at now, so getting ready to hit that 20-minute mark. We just had a 5-minute clock jump, Brian. Last time I looked over there, it was at 14 minutes, and then I look up again, and we're at 19 minutes, almost 20. Time correction must have happened somewhere, but that would tell me we'll start seeing runners come out any second now as the drone's back in the air.
Yeah, back giving you those overhead views, and there we go. Got some runners scooting around through there.
I think they're trying to get the clock right.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's about.
I mean, I've got
2 minutes off.
12 and a half on my phone. We figured about 4 before I started my phone, so right around that 16 and a half mark, I feel like is where we should be at. So, yeah, I think you'll be right. They've got it at almost 19. I think it's about 2 minutes off. They should be right around that 17 range right now. But, again, a point to where runners are kind of getting their legs under them. Again, we should start seeing as we have – it looks like our –
might have our first runner coming.
We got
through.
our first runner coming around the bend right here, I think. Yeah, it appears to be so. You've got your first runner going to be from Pleasant. And he's going to finish 17:44 for your winner from Pleasant.
Pretty good little time right there.
That's a great time, first run of the year. But again, the coolest thing I think about cross country is obviously your individual winner just crossed the finish line, but your team has to finish very close together to accumulate those team points and have a shot to be crowned the Invitational Championship. And that's what's so cool to me. And it's similar to golf. You can go out and shoot a 36 on the golf course, but if your respective team members don't shoot well as well, you're not going to win that team crown.
Yeah, as much as it's an individual sport, it certainly is a team element to it as well. So it's one of those sports where you got to work together when you're out there on the course. Find somebody who's a good pacer and then can break away from the pack when they understand the moment is right.
Runner number 2 coming around the bend here as well to finish. A Centerburg runner going to finish in second. A Mansfield Christian runner is coming around the corner to finish third. He'll finish at 18:28. Mansfield Christian will have the third place finisher, and he'll probably finish right around that 19:10 mark, maybe 19 even. He'll cross at 19 even. And now we've got a battle of some guys coming around the corner right here. Bucyrus runner looking to catch. Pleasant has another one cross the finish line. Centerburg has 3 more across behind the gentleman that finished second. So Centerburg in a really good pace right now to finish in that top spot, as we've got 2 Pleasant runners, 4 Centerburg runners that have now crossed the finish line. A Freddy's runner going to cross the finish line as well. Here comes your first buck from Buckeye Central.
Nice
Pleasant.
Charge right behind him by Pleasant.
Yeah, a great finish there for the Pleasant runner. Finishes at 19.9. Another Buckeye Central runner going to come across the finish line. I think first race of the year, if you can finish under that 20 mark or even right at that 20 mark, you're good to go. As 2 more Centerburg runners are going to cross. There's a Cardington runner right there getting ready to cross as well, as we just cross into that 20 mark right now. Another Freddy's runner coming right here, as another Redmond from Bucyrus will cross. Another Centerburg runner. I tell you what, Centerburg has had a lot of runners cross here in this first 21 minutes of this race. The Freddies will bring across another one, as Lucas will have their first finisher. Mansfield Christian as well crosses their second one. A big finish here for the Freddies. Tell you what, after all that running, you come around this corner and you see that finish line and you get just this second burst of, okay, it's time to go, it's time to finish. As there's a Golden Knight getting ready to come across the finish line. Danville will have their first come across, and another one will finish for Mansfield Christian, as well as Pleasant. Centerburg still sending runners across. Another few coming around the corner right now to finish their last probably 75 yards once you hit the football field. East Knox, Danville, I want to say everybody that's in the event has had at least one runner cross the finish line so far. The Freddies will bring a couple more across. Centerburg again will bring one across. The other cool thing about this, I think, with you having that drone up in the air and seeing this aerial footage, is the amount of runners that each team has is absolutely astonishing. As Buckeye Central will sprint to the finish.
Yeah, it was a healthy pack of competitors to start at the very beginning of this. And with the number of teams that you mentioned, more than 15 competing here today. Each team, I believe, will have right around 7 runners. So it's a good field of probably right around 100 kids.
Yeah, maybe even a little over 100 kids at about 105, 110 kids out here running today. I can't imagine being in a crowded pack, especially off that start line. You've got 100 kids starting off at the exact same time. As Elgin will have a run across here. Mansfield Christian, Bucyrus, and I want to say Mount Gilead or East Knox crossing up there as well. Buckeye Central crosses. Freddie's going to finish well to pass up a flame from Mansfield Christian. 24-minute mark. And we've still got several runners to come across the finish line.
There are probably a little more than half of the kids have come home so far.
Bucyrus gets another one to cross. Elgin, Ridgedale. Another Centerburg runner here. Centerburg might have more than 7. Centerburg might be in the double digit for runners. A couple Bucyrus guys finishing together along with another Freddie. Pleasant has another one finish as well. Yeah, probably right around that halfway mark, just a little over the runners finishing, crossing the finish line here. It's worth a 25, almost 25-minute mark. Another Freddie coming across. A Colt. The Colts get a runner across. Mansfield Christian another one as well.
Approaching the half-hour mark now.
Getting ready to hit that 30-minute mark right there. 29.90 again. These runners are starting to finish up. We'll work on getting some kids over here, some coaches over here.
Yeah, we'll take a commercial timeout. We'll be back at the Northmor Invitational. Get some interviews, and then we'll have the ladies coming up next.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Better off without all the talking. Don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking. I'm burst, but I can't stop pouring. Scoring, no, I won't stop scoring. Boring, that man just bore me. Don't care if you're born before me. Coming too hard and you won't ignore me, know me. Couldn't ever call me, no, know me. Don't even speak, but she still adores me. Explores me when I need restoring. I know I'm coming first for sure. I know that they love the chat, but what would they say when I'm selling out tours? Well, ain't no one know right now, so I guess we got find out. Quiet for now, but they know I'm about when I'm active, yeah, I'll give them a shout. Don't see fame now, don't want clout, I'ma get what I need. Darth Vader, yeah, that. When I win, better give my flow. So many things I'm trying to do on earth, and you ain't gon' stop me. That's why I'm stacking up my peas on a path, and you ain't gon' knock me off. Bad me dead wanna top me off. Either that or I'm getting them rings. But a man like me, I can put on both, and I can't be stopped just like Darth Vader. Yeah, yeah. And you ain't gonna stop me. I really still don't know how they knew. Whispers in the wind, secrets passing through. Take it on the chin and say mercy Bucyrus. Man, take that flipping L, turn it to a W. Now you can't catch me in hell, cause I'm a good you. But go to war with me and it's gonna get
You are watching, whoop. There we go. Live and free coverage here from the Northmor Invitational. Almost everybody is finished here with the dudes race. You are checking out the finish line. We've got Josh Banks running around trying to capture the top 3 finishers. We're going to get interviews with the top boys competitors here today. That's coming up here momentarily. Not sure exactly who came out on top team-wise. We're also waiting for the results to come in. We know that Pleasant, they had the first place runner today. Centerburg, plenty of runners making their way home. As we get another competitor coming by right now. So there's more still to come here for the boys race. The girls is expected to start up here pretty soon. So we'll keep tabs as well on the ladies, and certainly we'll have them as they start getting to the end of the road through the woods, coming back here over through the baseball stadium for the grand finale. So just hang tight with us as we round up some of our MVP candidates. Beautiful day here in North Bloomfield Township, 72 degrees, ideal running weather for all these athletes out here, and some pretty decent times considering very early in the season. Windy as well, the conditions. From the looks of things, all the boys may be completed in the race now. So we'll do one more quick commercial timeout, and when we return, we will have some interviews coming up. We'll be right back.
Go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. We handle your website, your Google business profile, listings, and online reputation, so customers can find you and trust you. That means less time chasing screens and more time focusing on what really matters. Your family, your customers, you business. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials today and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. Consultation and design included. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
You're enjoying live and free coverage of the Northmor Cross Country Invitational 2026. Thanks to our good friends at the Athletic Boosters Club. A big special thank you to all of the 2026-27 sponsors from the entire Boosters Club. Really appreciate everybody that contributes to help make Golden Knights athletics a great experience for all. Got my minions all over the course, trying to get results here, looking for athletes for our interview, so please do hang tight with us. Big thank you as well to TMS Plus. We just put together our new OH Report website, so check it out. On Friday nights is the best because we've got all the games live all at one place at the same time. And when we have multiple live streams, that is going to be the case anytime a game is live on OH Report. You can watch it on our website, www.oh.report. We'll be right back with you.
talking, don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking. I'm burst, but I can't stop pouring, scoring. No, I won't stop scoring, boring. That man just bore me. Don't care if you're born before me, coming too hard and you won't ignore me, know me. Couldn't ever call me, no, know me. Don't even speak, but she still adores me. Explores me when I need restoring. I know I'm coming first for sure. I know that they love the chat, but what would they say when I'm selling out tours? Well, ain't no one know right now, so I guess we got find out. Quiet for now, but they know I'm about. When I'm active, yeah, I'll give them a shout. Don't see fame now, don't want clout. I'ma get what I need. Darth Vader. Yeah, yeah.
I'm here with your post-run interview courtesy of the Northmor Athletic Boosters. We got the champion with us, Joey Deach, senior year, coming out here early on in the season and getting a victory. Talk to me about your level of satisfaction, just not only winning, but just your overall pace, your game, how you feel right now.
Yeah, I feel great. I mean, the only goal here today was just to win, and I thought I held a pretty decent pace, but really no expectations, so I'm happy with the win.
Tough to tell from our vantage point over here, but we had the drone in the sky. Were you kind of a start-to-finish leader today? Were you out of the head of the pack?
Yeah, for the first 400 to 800, I would say I was with a couple guys, and then I kind of just lost them in the woods. So, you know, some company in the start, but most of the time I was a leader, yeah.
And we understand that cross-country runners, they don't normally like to talk about what happens in the woods. That's up to you guys and how you want to control yourselves and make sure that you get past the other runners. But when you're able to create some separation in there and then you emerge and you're in first place, the psyche and how you're feeling mentally when you know that everyone is gunning for you at that point, what is that sensation like, and specifically here today?
I mean, it just helps you go faster, in my opinion. You know, it just adds to your kind of confidence level going back into the woods, and I didn't want to look back and get in my head too much, so I think that was enough confidence to just keep pushing.
Decent sized field out here today, over 100 runners, 16, 17 teams. Did you anticipate that you would be at the front of the pack? What were your expectations looking at all the other runners that you had to go against coming into this event?
Yeah, I honestly didn't look at the heat sheet or anything going into this. I just I don't usually do that. I think I get it too much into my head when I do that. So I just wanted to kind of start out at the front and feel out the pace, and then if it felt too fast or too slow, adjust from there.
Unofficial time, 17:10. You like that? You proud of that time?
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with it. After the first mile, I came through in around 5:20, and I knew I probably wasn't going to pick it up much since I wasn't really with anyone. So my PR is 16:37 from last year, so I'm really happy with a 17:10 in this meet to start the year off.
So a long way to go moving forward in this season. What are you wanting to improve on? How do you get better and stronger as a runner throughout the course of the year?
I think it's just consistency, just every day going to practice and hitting the workouts and just trying to I know there's going to be ups and downs this season too, so you can't, run fast every race. You can't win every one. So, this year's goals were just to kind of make it back to state and place, and then hopefully get close to a school record. So, just consistency, in my opinion, is the most important thing in my training.
So you've got your checklist. You mark one off the box here today. Big winner. Congratulations, Joey. If you want to look in the camera and just shout out anybody that you feel like has helped get you in the position to where you're a championship runner today.
Definitely my family. I think they were my biggest supporters, and my coach, Beth Lichtenberger. I think they've just helped me so much, and I can't say how much I'm grateful to have them in my life.
All right, Joey Deach, your championship runner here today in the boys match. Thanks for the time, man.
Yep, thank you.
Congrats, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good talking to you.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Better off without all the talking. Don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking. I'm burst, but I can't stop pouring. Scoring, no, I won't stop scoring. Boring, that man just bore me. Don't care if you're born before me. Coming too hard and you won't ignore me. No.
We're back with another post-run interview. I've got AJ Griffin with Bucyrus out here today. And 5th place finish, you were just telling me that you were really happy about it. So break it down for me. Why do you got a big smile on your face right now from what you just accomplished?
Well, can't say that Northmor hasn't been really the best of meets. It's always been a lot hot and muggy. This year, I really feel like it's going to be a good year for me, with already being in the 18s this early, and I can only go down from there as in time.
Give me some perspective on your summer and how you worked yourself into a position where you're out here top 5 at the beginning of the year.
Well, I knew this year was going to be a big year, so I decided that I needed to do some runs on my own. Luckily, I have my good friend Carter Boggs to help train me this year, as well as they took a 4-day cross-country camp at Otterbein to really get that running experience to help me stay in pace.
Tell me about Bucyrus as a team for the gentlemen this year, and what were your expectations coming into the season and some of your big goals that you want to accomplish?
Well, not to be on the rude side, this team we lost some really good teammates for them graduating, but that doesn't mean we're not going to give up. We're still going to run. We're still going to make a name for ourselves. My expectations for this year, as my personal PR is like 17:15, so my main goal is to break 17 this year. Hopefully, I can do that pretty soon. Maybe even get in the low 16s. And my expectations are as if anyone's. Try to run with the top placers, beat them, get first place, and win.
All right, man. Well, you're off to a great start. Congratulations, AJ. If you want to look in the camera and give some thank yous.
One of the biggest things I have to give is my parents. Even though they like to pressure me a lot, the pressure's good. The pressure's really good. I'd like to give shout outs to Carter Boggs and Coach Boggs for all these cross-country years on teaching me how to keep a good pace. And that's all.
All right, AJ. Mama and Papa Griffin, keep pushing this kid. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Thanks for the time, buddy.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. We handle your website, your Google business profile, listings, and online reputation, so customers can find you and trust you. That means less time chasing screens and more time focusing on what really matters. Your family, your customers, you business. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials today and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. Consultation and design included. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Better off without all the talking. Don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking. I'm burst, but I can't stop pouring. Scoring, now I won't stop scoring. Boring, that man just bore me. Don't care if you're born before me. Coming too hard and you won't ignore me, know me. Couldn't ever call me, no, know me. Don't even speak, but she still adores me. Explores me when I need restoring. I know I'm coming first for sure. I know that they love that.
High school cross country live and free on the OH Report here today. North Bloomfield Township and the ladies, it's their turn. They're out on the course right now. The home team, the defending champions, the Lady Knights here of Northmor, expecting to have another big turnout for this team this season. And very similar to what we just saw with the fellas, there's a lot of game action up in here and plenty of solid small school teams. We've seen Mansfield Christian in the past really have a lot of success here, and other teams within the league and the Northern 10. So we're expecting that this is going to be a good competition, and looking forward to seeing team-wise who's got a lot of depth, who can put a bunch of girls up in the top 20 or 25. Obviously, that team would be the favorite to walk out of here with the team championship.
Yeah, and again, I think your defending champs are probably your favorite. They return 3 of the better runners, I think, at this meet today. Veronica Kangi, Elizabeth Rule, and Macy Witterall. All 3 were top placers last year, and they come back again. So I think they're probably your favorite. But again, you just seen it here. I don't think any of us expected Pleasant to have the winning runner. We're kind of used to seeing the likes of a Northmor or a Mount Gilead or even Lucas maybe a few years back when they had some of their phenomenal distance runners. Pleasant comes out today, gets the overall winner. And they have a very good shot, I think, at that team championship as well, as they had numerous runners cross pretty early. Centerburg's going to give them a fight for that, though. But about 14 minutes in here to the ladies' run, and I think this is going to be more competitive than the guys' run was.
Pretty big distance in between first and second place for the gentlemen here today.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Joey, the champion, and just kind of love that kid's attitude and moxie, and it looks like he's going to be running collegiately next year. So he had big expectations coming into the year, but wasn't quite sure exactly how he would compete against some big-time runners, obviously with Mount Gilead in the field and a lot of the good runners that they've had over the past years. Cool to see maybe a little bit of new blood out here, Josh.
Well, and Joey mentioned to me on the walk over, that long, very long walk over here.
Yeah, you felt it.
That Pleasant hasn't had a cross-country team since his sophomore year. So I would think that maybe he's ran at a nearby school to be able to continue to run. But how cool is it for him to be able to represent his school his senior year that he's grown up in and be able to run for them when they haven't even been able to do that for the last 2 years?
Yeah, it's a great point. And obviously they've got enough kids out to have a cross-country program this season and to be a first-place competitor when you haven't had the opportunity to run with some of the guys that are on your team for at least the last year and a half. Pretty cool for him to start off his senior season, get out here, have some good production, and along with AJ as well. Mentioned that expectations at Bucyrus not necessarily that high this year, and to come out here a top 5 place finisher for a senior, one of the leaders of the team.
Yeah.
2 kids that we just talked to. I thought pretty cool stories that were a bit unexpected out here today.
Well, and for AJ, Bucyrus lost one of the best runners in the state, now running collegiately in Carter Boggs. His dad, Coach Boggs, kind of moves on as Carter moves on. Dave Jones took over the cross-country program for Bucyrus this year. Still great numbers out for them. A very young group, some sophomores, some freshmen, a couple of juniors, and then AJ being a senior. But big numbers for Bucyrus and big numbers for Pleasant. I was over there as well for not having a program the last couple of years. They got a good-sized group of kids out.
Ladies continue to make their way out of the woods, and they're well beyond the midway point. Matter of fact, we should start seeing some ladies making the turn and start coming here into the baseball stadium for the grand finale.
Yeah, we should. I'd say within the next minute and a half, 2 minutes, we'll start seeing some ladies come out as it just went down to the 1950 mark. Tell you one thing I've noticed in the short time we've been here today, that clock changes more often than it doesn't. We'll go from 19, now we're down to 19. That thing moves all over the place, does the clock, because we're down to 19:09. So we went from 20 minutes to 19 minutes in a matter of 5 seconds.
Just turning back the clock out here at Northmor High School. You see the fans starting to collect here in the baseball stadium, and we'll have a better shot of the finishers as they come through here with the close-up cam.
Absolutely, and it's going to be interesting to see, are we going to have that one lady that separates herself like Joey did, or are we going to have a much closer finish? Because, again, like he told us, at about that 1,000-meter mark, he was out in front, and he said that he didn't really have anybody close to him for the rest of the race. He said once they got into the woods, he lost everybody, and I think even he said it, had he maybe had somebody within 100 meters of him, he might have broke that own PR. But he didn't have anybody close, so he just stayed at his own pace and did his own thing.
With the coach coming through, you presume that we're starting to get near the back of the pack here with the girls' championship. Starting to approach the end, as I think they are officially probably about 17-ish minutes here into the race.
17 minutes in. The ladies not as fast of a pace as the guys. You'll see them come out about the 18.5 to 19-minute mark, I think, is when you might see that first lady come out of the woods. And again, I'm really excited to see, do we have another one that's separated herself from the pack? Where do some of these young freshmen that might be out here competing, where do they finish at? Are they going to be forces to be reckoned with for 4 years? Can they compete as freshmen, on this course. I spoke with a couple coaches kind of walking over to wrangle up those two runners we spoke with, and they both said, this is one of the hardest courses in the area, so it's great for them to come out here and get this, the first meet of the year, be here, because all it does is prepare these runners for the rest of their season and then for a long run in the state tournament, because again, once you get down to Obetz, down to the Fortress, that's no joke.
Getting down to the wire here.
As it looks like we have our first runner getting ready to come around the corner right here. And it looks like we've got another one separated herself from the pack. Is that a colt? That is, I want to say that's a Clear Fork colt, Mr. Brian Skoronsky.
Most definitely. Right about the 20-minute mark.
1951. She crosses the finish line. And how about that? Again, we seen it in the boys race. Joey had probably close to a minute on the people that finished behind him, because I know he finished, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 were all kind of right in a pack together. She finishes at 1940. We'll see when the next pack or the next lady comes around the corner, but I haven't seen anybody else come out of the woods yet.
A lot of anticipation. The junior high kids still get the opportunity to run today. The boys will be up next, and then the ladies, the grand finale tonight.
As we've got some more coming out of the woods right now, you hear the cheers start kind of getting a little louder. She comes into that last 100, getting ready to make the turn here. That's a red shirt, so we'll see who it is. It appears to be a Pleasant Spartan.
I saw a young lady named White, last name White, getting some love out in the comments section. Perhaps this is her.
Right around the 20.7, so about a minute difference between first and second place. And again, second place crosses, and there's nobody else in sight coming out of those woods. So these two young ladies really separated themselves from the pack here in the first meet of the year.
And Josh, if you want to switch between the two cameras over there, you can take a look at what's going on in the woods. Do you have Presley still set up?
As he's taking a look at the crowd. Again, a great sized crowd here for this first event of the year.
And we do have a third place finisher galloping her way here into the last 100-meter march.
A Cardington Lincoln Lady Pirate. And it looks like we've got a good amount coming around the corner right here. So we've got a colt that finishes first, a Lady Spartan from Pleasant second. Cardington finishes third. And we've got a couple more runners coming to finish right now, 2 of them to be exact. A Lady Knight, 2 Lady Knights finishing at 4 and 5.
And that's what it takes to win the team competition. Obviously, great to have those top 3 points in terms of the individual efforts, but 2 players coming into the top 5 for the Lady Knights, that's big time and can go a long way to help them seal the team championship if they're able to get a couple more come in here soon.
Absolutely, a couple more runners coming around the corner right now out of that pack. 2 more red jerseys. One of them is a Lady Spartan. I did see that as she came out of the woods. A Ridgedale Lady Rocket coming up here on the end.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good kick going as well. This is going to be maybe an interesting finish, but it looks like
she's got enough of a kick to be able to finish it out.
And Elgin right behind her.
Elgin
So that's
right
a couple
behind
of
her.
rivals right there.
Pleasant right behind them. Those are 3 Marion County rivals, all 3 finishing together. Hey, speaking of Ridgedale Elgin rivalry, I'll be over there Friday night for the football rivalry.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Ridgedale took the cross-country rivalry. Here's another Lady Knight crosses the finish line. And here's, you said it best, Brian, we've got another Northmor Lady Knight, Golden Lady Knight right here getting ready to cross as well. So both times that Northmor runners have finished, they have finished in consecutive places. Another one coming up the finish line as well as I believe another Northmor Lady Knight.
Yeah, we got a Pleasant runner right ahead of her, and this will be 5 Lady Knights coming in. I think that's going to seal the team competition.
Yeah, I would have to agree. The Freddies will finish right behind her. I would have to agree with you, Mr. Skoronsky. They've had 5 placers finish within, I'd say, 4 places of each other.
Yeah, very strong showing team-wise, the depth here of Northmor.
As I believe we have one more coming right here. Mount Gilead right there, I want to say. And then a 6th Lady Knight.
Yeah, what a showing.
And
by
a
Northmor.
7th.
How about it?
Golden Knight. And again, they've all finished within 1 place of each other and within, I'd say, 5 to 8 places of each other.
And talking to cross-country runners over the years, it is fun for them to find a partner that you're used to working with throughout the week in the off-season that has similar pace to you, and that's why you will see that. They'll come in packs sometimes, a couple, 2, 3 runners, all just really comfortable with the standard and the pace that they've set. And that's why Northmor has been able to get them in kind of 2 at a time here early.
Another Lady Comet going to finish here at about the 24:20 mark. And here comes another Lady Knight.
Yeah, Northmor rocking it here.
I think Northmor has locked up the team event here at their own invitational as Clear Fork's 2nd runner just crosses the finish line. They had the winner as they have another one getting ready to cross as well. So that's 3 Lady Colts crossing the finish line. A Blue Devil, I want to say, Danville. Another Lady Pirate from Cardington as well. The first Mansfield Christian runner.
Yeah, they're replacing a couple of school legends.
Yeah,
so
they are.
Going to be a much different looking Flame squad this season.
The Lady Freddies are going to have a runner pass up a couple, as they'll finish just under 30 minutes. Mansfield Christian has 2 more cross the finish line.
Nice burst at the end.
I think that's the fun thing to see is after all the running that you do, you get this, you see that finish line and you're like, all right, here's the last I got. I'm going to fall over when I'm done, but I'm going to finish strong. As Lady Blue Devils get another one. Another Lady Flame. They've done extremely well as far as finishing in a pack today as well. Buckeye Central bringing one across. Their first runner to cross the finish line here.
And so that we don't run into the same problems that we had with the last race, Josh.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and take over from here. If you want to go wrangle up our championship runners, we'll get some interviews lined up. I'll stay with you guys. I'll run the camera, and I'll talk to you about the end of the race. But obviously, Northmor, they have claimed the team championship yet again, defending their crown out here at home. Impressive stuff from the Lady Knights. Clear Fork with the top finisher here today. Great kicks down the stretch. And we're seeing a bunch of rival schools elbow to elbow coming down this backstretch. And when you see a team that's got one of those logos that you've just grown up and you've been told that we want to beat them at all costs, gives you a little extra motivation on the home stretch, and especially with all these fans. I mean, look at the inspiration. Love the young kids out here really trying to gas everybody up. Seen this whole team just really bring a lot of juice, plenty of energy. As this event begins to wind down. Perfect running conditions, little windy, but very comfortable for the end of August and some of the summer heat that we've felt at this event in the past. Not very muggy out here, and I think that it lends itself to these teams, these athletes, feeling that they've accomplished what they set out to here today. See some ladies getting their medals now. Young lady from Elgin. Golden Knights got another runner coming across. It looks like Josh is finding some athletes to talk to. We will have some post-run interviews on the way here on the OH Report. So keep it here. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, interviews. Get some final numbers for you guys as well for the competition. Still don't exactly have the team champion and who won for the fellas. So that's all coming up here in just a couple minutes. Stay locked in. Interviews are next.
Feel like I should go. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should flow. Feel like I should flow. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. We handle your website, your Google business profile, listings, and online reputation, so customers can find you and trust you. That means less time chasing screens and more time focusing on what really matters. Your family, your customers, you business. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials today and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. Consultation and design included. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Better off without all the talking. Don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking. I'm burst, but I can't stop pouring. Scoring, now I won't stop scoring. Boring, that man just bore me. Don't care if you're born before me. Coming too hard and you won't ignore me, know me. Couldn't ever call me, no, know me. Don't even speak, but she still adores me. Explores me when I need restoring. I know I'm coming first for sure. I know that they love the chat, but what would they say when I'm selling out tours? Well, ain't no right now, so I guess we got find out. Quiet for now, but they know I'm about. When I'm active, yeah, I'll give them a shout. Don't see.
We're here with your post-run interview presented by the Northmor Athletic Boosters. Your champion here today, Katrina Nill. First time you've been out to this course, and I'm told it's kind of a tough one.
A little bit, yeah.
Fill me in on just your overall thoughts about what you just had to run through.
Well, I got pretty lucky today. It's a great day out. The weather was perfect. I couldn't have asked for any better weather. I was told there was going to be a few hills, and then a lot of it was in the woods too. So we had to keep in mind a lot of the routes and stuff. But really, my mindset was just going in, just stay consistent and keep as a tempo.
You certainly had that, of course, here today. You kind of blow away the field. Big margin in between you and second place. When you're out there and you're on an island a little bit like you were, internally, how do you stay motivated? What are you saying to yourself?
A lot of the time, I'm just trying to keep in mind that I'm out here doing this for like my team. This is my last year, and every race, I just want to really put it out there and do my best.
So to start early season, get a nice victory out here. If you can just weigh your level of satisfaction for me, where does this land for you?
I mean, I'm pretty high. I mean, starting off last season, I wasn't really like anywhere close to this time, so I'm just happy to be close to my last year's PR. And just hoping to get better from here.
What happened in the summer that you think contributed to you coming out here and having a great time right away?
I definitely focused more on just the balance. You know, just making sure that I'm satisfied in all areas of my life and keeping running as a passion instead of something that I need to really like hustle with. And I think just letting that pressure off of me has really helped me, you know, get to where I am today.
Yeah, what a beautiful answer. Very few athletes will go into that strategy where they try to be an overall great person instead of just a fantastic runner. So it worked for you here today, Katrina. What's next? What's on the schedule for you, and what are you looking forward to most this season?
I think it's just like keeping up with like the hard workouts, the hard mileage. You know, the team's always doing things, so just keeping that. I'm looking forward to state, I think, the most at the end of the season, and you know, maybe see postseason if we could do something. But that's kind of it for me.
Well, congratulations. Nice
Thank
victory
you.
for you here today. And we have a tradition I'm sure you're aware of on OH Report. If you want to look in the camera, Katrina, just give as many shout-outs as you want.
I just want to shout out my coaches and my team and my mom and my dad. They're my biggest supporters, and I'm very thankful for them.
There you have it. Your champion, sub 19 minutes today, Katrina Nill, taking the gold medal back to the Valley. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Better off without all the talking. Don't even speak, but they still be stalking. Eyes on the prize, just keep on walking.
Live and free coverage today in North Bloomfield Township, courtesy of the Northmor Athletic Booster. Support them. Check out their Facebook page. Donate. Help Golden Knights Athletics. Speaking of the Golden Knights, we are waiting for the Lady Knights to come over here. The team champions for the girls yet again, second year in a row. And Josh, he's got 3 of them right now. We're trying to get the full collection of the team over to give us a championship interview. So if you can hang tight, we've got a bunch of Northmor girls coming over that you can hear from and just get their perspective on showing out here at home and what it's like to repeat and represent. Stay right there.
When I win, better give my flowers. So many things I'm trying to do on earth, and you ain't gonna stop me. That's That's why I'm stacking up my P's on a path and you ain't gonna knock me off. Back me dead wanna top me off. Either that or I'm getting them rings. A man like me, I can pat 'em both. And I can't be stopped just like Darth Vader. Yeah, that. Yeah, that. Yeah, that. Yeah, that. And you ain't gonna stop me.
We're back with a post-run interview presented by the Northmor Athletic Boosters, and how about it? The Lady Knights, they repeat as champions out here. Congratulations. First, introduce yourself and tell us where you finished here today.
My name is Macy Witherell, and I finished 10th.
10th? Keep going. Yep.
My name is Lily Landon, and I finished 9th.
My name is Addie Burgess, and I finished 60th.
Well, congratulations, girls, to come out here at your home course and hold it down and get the victory. Just how much fun was it to be out here? Because you guys were kind of finishing in pairs of twos out here today, just like you young ladies did.
It was very tough and mentally challenging, but we got through it. Our coach recommended us to run in a pack, so that really helped, and having teammates to push us and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree that running, but with someone is better because then it motivates you to get through it. So.
Yeah, having somebody to run with is easier because you can talk through it.
Obviously, a lot of depth on this team. Plenty of good runners, all finishing within the top 60 here tonight. So, getting that every single time that you're out at a practice, how valuable is it to have a bunch of girls that are really talented?
It was just awesome. I was so surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised because our season has been going good, really good so far. So, yeah.
What was the question? Sorry.
Well, I got a different one for you.
Okay.
Was the expectation coming out here with the team that you have to win the championship today?
It was definitely high, but I was just trying to just go with it today because I was it's the first meet of the season, so it really doesn't matter. Let's just go for it.
Yeah, just kind of go for it because you want to try to beat your time the next time.
Big picture expectations. It's the first meet of the season. There's a long way to go here. What are some goals that Northmor Lady Knights have set for this season?
Definitely to go to state.
Yeah, for sure. Go to state.
And beat our times.
All right, ladies, we appreciate your time here today, and I understand that we've got a group shout-out prepared. The floor is yours.
Shout out to Peyton!
All right, this one's for you, Peyton. Congratulations. Thanks so much for the time, girls.
Thank you.
Running a small business isn't easy. Between work, family, and everything else, there's just not enough time in the day. Websites, Google, reviews, it all matters, but it shouldn't slow you down. That's where TMS Plus comes in. We make digital marketing easy, affordable, and effective. Sign up for TMS Plus Digital Essentials and get a free 1-month half-page ad in Town Money Saver magazine. TMS Plus. Easy, affordable, effective.
Good times had out here on the campus of Northmor, where Golden Knights repeat. You heard from some of their runners just now. Fun interview overall, and it's been a fun time out here. Cross country, one of my favorite sports, and specifically this event, starting off the season, it's always really cool to just understand where girls and guys are at the beginning of the season. What are expectations for some of our area schools? A lot of question marks for some of these local teams, and checking some boxes. Really deep Northmor squad. We're trying to find out right now. I'm just filling a little bit of time. Josh Banks is over at the van where they have the results, and he's trying to get exactly the numbers for who finished where today as far as the teams and the official times. So we talked to the grand champions of both races. For the gentleman, Joey Deach from Pleasant. Big congrats to him. And then you just heard from the young Lady Colt who took first place, Katrina. Fantastic run for her, big smile, and really cool of her to have the perspective well beyond her years that she just wanted to get better as an individual, be more grounded, she said, more well-rounded as a person, and it has helped her out. So, Josh, if you want to grab that microphone and tell me what you know. What did you find out? Should be on. Oh. Now you're blowing our eardrums out, sir.
Now we're back.
All right.
The Centerburg Trojans take the boys with a score of 55. Fredericktown comes in second at 58, and the Pleasant Spartans on the back of Joey Deach finished third at 108 points. So it's a pretty large margin of victory for Centerburg, finishing with 55 points.
Wow.
Their top finisher was second place behind Joey Deach. So the Trojans take home first, the Freddies take second, and the Pleasant Spartans take third.
Congratulations to the winners of both the boys and girls races out here today. What were some of your top takeaways here, Josh, from what we just saw?
The top runners on both sides won it handily. Joey won by, I think, right around that minute mark. We just seen the Lady Colts. They win it by almost 2 minutes. So if those two runners continue to improve their times, they're going to be running at the Fortress and Obetz at the end of the year for a state championship.
Each of them already said they're looking forward to getting into the tournament and running states. And it's a bit of a shorter season for cross country than, say, a football or a soccer. So for them, I think peaking at the right time comes somewhere at the end of September. So when you look at the calendar and it being the 24th of August, they're off to a great start, but they know that the end of the tunnel, it comes fast.
Yeah, it comes quick. You know, we talk about the fastest 10 weeks in football. Cross country goes even quicker than that. So they'll be running states right around the time football season's ending. They do a lot. They run a lot of meets through the week. It's just like running track. You're running 2-3 meets a week, getting yourself ready for the next level, getting yourself ready for the tournament, for states. And to go compete there, you got to do what they did here today, only sometimes even faster.
It was a beautiful day out here, 72 degrees, sunny. The junior high about to take the course now as we wrap up our broadcast out here at the castle. For Josh Banks and Presley Ferguson, I am Brian Skoronsky. Appreciate everybody out there watching live and free here today. We've got the Always Report video podcast coming up tonight live at 7:30 with Travis Berardi on the mic. Enjoy that, and a full week of high school sports coming up on the future of local sports. So long, everybody.